Hey, Rob, today's your payday, right? You're going to contribute a bit this month, right? Don't tell me you aren't going to give me any money for monthly expenses again, are you? I thought we were going to share cost. That's what we decided when we got married.
What? Oh, not this again. Always hit me up for money. You just changed jobs for God's sake. You make more than I do and now you want more. Give me a break. Why are women so greedy?
What are you talking about? I make like $50 more than you. And it's not about who makes more, it's about sharing expenses. We agreed on this. Have you forgotten already?
Yeah, but that means you make $600 more than me per year. That isn't peanuts, you know. $600 can buy a lot of grocery, you know.
Yeah, but like I said, $50 for then you per month? It really doesn't seem like much of a difference.
That's a huge difference. Just so there is no misunderstanding, my monthly salary is mine and mine alone to spend how I like. You got that? You make more, you handle it. You can take care of all monthly expenses. We're a married couple and we share expenses, but you make more, so you of course have to pay for it all. Logical, right? My salary is my allowance.
I really can't understand your logic, Rob. I think you need your head examined, to be honest.
Hey, Cindy. What's up, girl? Long time no see. I couldn't wait to send you a text.
Hey, is that really you, Marie? Holy crap, good to hear from you, girl. Wow, it's been like ages. How you been? Say you're here for at least a week, please.
I'm doing just great. How are you holding up, Cindy?
You sending me a line message means you're back stateside, am I right?
Yeah, still stationed over in the UK, but just back for some business. I have to return in a couple of weeks. There's a reception I have to attend here at headquarters, and then a bunch of meetings and such. They love meetings.
Yeah, tell me about it. I have like 5 meetings a day. We started putting a time limit on them because it was getting ridiculous. Hey, we can get together for dinner and a few drinks, or just meet up briefly.
Are you kidding me? Of course. I was just going to ask if you were free. Let's do it and we can eat and then have drinks afterwards. I can't wait to have some hometown cooking. I was getting sick and tired of fish and chips. I need some good old-fashioned steak and a cold draft beer. No more of that warm ale for me.
All right, you've come to the right person. I know the perfect place downtown.
Hey, Cindy, you there? Respond already. I was just downtown, so what the hell was all that about?
Give me a little time to respond, would ya? What was that?
Yeah, I saw you go into that steak and ribs place on Colton Street. What the hell was that about?
Oh, that. I was meeting with my friend Marie. You know her, my old college buddy. She's back for a few weeks from her posting in the UK. Wanted some real down-to-earth American food. Where else is there but Barney's, right? So, I took work off a bit early and had dinner and drinks with her.
You took time off from work? Are you out of your mind? You do realize that it will be deducted from your salary, right? And that place isn't exactly cheap. A normal steak is like $40. I'm sure you guzzled that down with 4 or 5 beers. Oh, I get it. You're rubbing it in my face, aren't you? Why do you take pleasure in tormenting me?
Where did you get that cockamamie idea? I'm not tormenting anybody. And what are you talking about? Rubbing what in your face? Besides, I only took 3 hours off. It's part of my paid holiday. It won't affect my salary. And you seeing me go into Barney's is none of your damn business. I'm having lunch with an off friend. You sound like some old lady complaining about a dented can of soup at the grocery store, for God's sake.
An old lady complain?
You know what, Rob? Let me ask you a question in return. Your office is not exactly near Barney's, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so what? What are you getting at? Are you saying I was downtown playing around?
I know you're not in sales or marketing, so why would you see me going to Barney's, which is way downtown, and it was like 3 p.m. or so? What were you doing there?
Well, that was...
Why, Rob? Why were you there? Did you take the day off?
just coincidence, that's all. I'm not in sales, but I do go out on occasion for various chores.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Stop acting like you're better than me. Just because you make more doesn't mean you can treat me as an inferior.
Oh my God, not this again. You never let up on that, do you? What's this irrational obsession of yours? Anyway, I'm still here at the restaurant bar with Marie. We haven't seen each other in ages, at least a year. We have a lot to talk about. Can we cut this short?
You really got nerve talking to your husband that way. It's not an irrational obsession. You make more than me, and that's a fact. There's no denying it. Anyway, you got your priorities all screwed up. You should be giving your husband priority. I'm the one that's the pillar of this household, for God's sake. Hey, Cindy, did you just cut me off? I can't believe you. I wasn't finished.
Hey, Cindy. Thanks for today. That steak really hit the spot. I forgot how juicy they were. It was way better than I expected. I had so much fun hearing all those stories. Really brought back a lot of good memories, huh?
Yeah, I had a blast too. And your stories of life in the UK? I envy you, Marie. I wish I could run off to a foreign country about now.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're welcome to visit anytime. Hey, about that. Did you work it out with him? You seemed kind of upset when we first got there.
Huh? Work what out?
Your husband. He was sending you messages. Was he pissed about something? Rob, right? I only met him once or twice. He seemed like the quiet type in my opinion, but when you were texting him, you looked like you were about to strangle someone. What was that about?
Oh, that. Yeah. Did I really look that frustrated? I really should be careful, huh? But it gets on my nerves sometimes.
Don't tell me it's about your salary. The recent increase you told me about. Have you even told him about your latest pay raise? You said it was a pretty major increase. You probably deserve it knowing how hard you work.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned earlier, he's sort of irritable now, so I'm looking for the right time. I say something now, especially about a pay hike, he would bite my head off.
Really? I thought he'd be overjoyed. I know it's a private matter between husband and wife. I really shouldn't interfere, but feel free to contact me anytime if you need someone to talk to. I'll help any way I can. I'm here for the next 2 weeks, so I'm here for you.
Thanks, Marie. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
Hey, Cindy, are you there? Pick up if you are. Sorry to contact you so early. Can we talk? This might be important.
Hey, Marie, what's all the rush? Something wrong? Are you in some kind of trouble?
No, nothing like that. It's about you. Did your husband come home last night?
About me? Really? Rob? No, he didn't come home. Said he drank too much with his friend from work. Didn't want to waste money on a cab or Uber, so he said he was staying at a coworker's place. I think he lives downtown somewhere.
Oh, yeah? I didn't think he was a responsible type that would bother to call in.
What's the matter? Your trouble at work or something related to what we talked about yesterday? What's up?
No, nothing like that. I'm set up in a hotel for the next couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, right. Of course you are. At the Arthurian Hotel not far from your office, as I recall. Nice hotel, by the way.
Yeah, it is kind of nice. Not sure how to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. I saw your husband.
Pardon me?
There's a restaurant on the first floor of this hotel. Pretty nice Italian place. I saw him walking with this young girl hanging on his arm.
Wait, back up. You saw Rob with a girl? Am I hearing you right? Are you sure it was Rob?
Yep, I'm sure that was him. And I think he stayed overnight with her at this hotel. I saw him return his key at the front desk. It was just so sudden that I didn't have time to snap a photo with my phone, but I'm 100% positive that it was your husband.
I see. At a hotel with a girl, huh? Did you recognize the girl?
No, nobody I know. I'm really sorry to spring this on you all of a sudden. I wasn't sure if I should or not. I just sent you a line text out of impulse. I wasn't sure what to say and I had no concrete evidence like a photo. But I just had to tell you while it was still fresh in my mind, I guess. Kinda disorganized, I know.
Don't worry about it. I sort of had a funny feeling about it for some time. Figured he was seeing someone. Maybe it's that wife's intuition or something, I suppose. He was acting kinda weird. You know what? I'm actually relieved that you told me.
Yeah? I'm glad you feel that way. I hope I wasn't out of line or anything. Just seemed worse if I kept my mouth shut. Hold it a second, Cindy. They're still here.
Are you serious? They're still hanging around?
Just a second. Let me go over there and get a better look. Yeah, they're sitting down in the hotel lounge.
He said he was going to work as usual today.
Seems like he took both yesterday and today off from work. They seem to be talking about staying a couple of more nights.
You're kidding me, right? How could he even afford the place?
I can't hear all that well, but she said she's been staying for about a month already. Apparently, Rob is footing the bill. Yeah, she's thanking him for paying, touching his hand real intimate sorry. There, I can hear better right here. Evidently, she got evicted from her apartment and he's currently looking for a place to live. Your husband said he's going to find her a place and pay the deposit and the monthly rent from now on.
I'm surprised you can hear all that. Where the hell are you anyway?
Well, I'm sitting right behind them, but with my back turned to them. It's like they're talking directly to me. I can hear every friggin' word now. I really should be recording all this.
You're not serious. If he recognizes you, he'll flip out.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, but he may recognize me, so I'm trying not to turn toward him the best I can. I've got my reading glasses on, and I just dyed my hair brown before leaving the UK, so maybe I'll be okay.
I'm really sorry to put you through this. It's like I hired you to follow him or something, huh?
Don't worry about it. It's actually kind of thrilling. But that aside, do you know that this hotel's at a minimum $200 a night for a single room?
$200 for a single? Must be twice that for a double. Are you sure?
I'm here in business, so the company pays for everything, so I have nothing to worry about. But if she's staying for the past month, that means he's paying at least $6,000 already.
If you add weekends, it's probably even more per night.
Yeah, you got that right. And I'll bet you anything they are emptying the fridge every night. They're planning to stay a few more nights so you can add another $2,000 or so to that.
That's like 3 or 4 months of his salary. How's he going to pay for it? Does he have some sort of secret stash?
You're forgetting his pledge to pay her deposit and rent for the foreseeable future, according to him. Not to mention taking her out to dinner and drinks and God knows what else. She seems to be dressed pretty nicely in that handbag. That's over $1,000 for sure. It's a Louis whatever.
Now I see why he won't or maybe can't share home expenses. Is that what he's using it all on? I'll do a little checking on my own too. I'll ask around. I know a few people at his office.
And one more point. Might be kind of important. I recommend that you check your own bank account. Make sure he's not dipping into your savings.
Huh? He wouldn't do that. I don't think he knows my password. But yeah, you're right.
Oh, wait. I think they're returning to their room. They're headed toward the elevator. I'm gonna follow them up and check which room they're staying in. This is getting kind of exciting. I feel like a spy or something. I'll send you the room number once I get it. Maybe it'll come in handy. I don't know.
Just be careful, Marie. Don't let them see you. Hey, Rob, you there? Pick up if you can. This won't take long. You said you went straight to your office after spending the night at your coworker's place, right? Your coworker lives downtown, you said.
Yeah, that's right. I never said he lived downtown, just a co-worker. What are you, checking up on me? I bet you think I'm having an affair or something.
You didn't text me this morning, so I was just making sure. That's all. Got a bit worried.
Oh yeah, worried, huh? You worried about me, Cindy? Oh yeah, I should have mentioned this to you earlier. We had this huge problem at the office yesterday. My staff screwed up with a client's account. I have to take care of it until it's resolved. Total hassle if you ask me. We really need better people. As that's the case, I might not be able to return for a couple of days.
Oh, really? Sounds kind of sudden.
Well, you can't very well predict this kind of thing. These things happen out of the blue. In a perfect world, this kind of thing never happens. I'm on my break now, but I'm going to be pretty busy, so I may not respond right away at times, just so you know.
Okay. Well, I can still reach you. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, what is it?
You've been dipping into my personal savings, haven't you?
Huh? What's savings? You have a personal savings account? Figures.
You know perfectly well what I'm talking about. The money I'd saved before we got married. I told you about. I never use it. It's just for emergencies.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
When we both went to the bank to get a new cash cards, I remember you sneaking a look at my password. I even saw you writing it down in the coffee shop.
I have no idea what you're accusing me of. I was just making notes for work. You're being paranoid, Cindy.
I wasn't going to use this account. This was strictly for emergency use. I've only used it twice before. But I just checked my account at the bank and the balance has shrunk drastically the last 3 months. What the hell did you use the money for, Rob? And don't lie to me. I have proof of it right here.
It wasn't to you anyway. Your money is your money. We're married, or have you forgotten? I thought I made myself clear. You make money and take care of all home-related expenses.
Yeah? So?
I'm the head honcho here. Don't be insubordinate. Just do as I say. Why do I have to keep repeating myself for Pete's sake? You continue to disobey me, and I will have no other choice but to file for divorce. You don't want that, do you? If you don't want me to dump you, just work, cook, and clean the house, huh? That's all you're good for.
Are you serious? You low-life, good-for-nothing scumbag.
Excuse me? What did you just call me? That's no way to...
I'll say it again, scumbag. You took money out of the account because you needed it, huh? For what?
It was, I was only trying to...
No, I don't know. Come on, what exactly did you use it for? I want the details, you low-life jerk.
Well, let's see. What exactly did I use it for? I have to check my notes on this. There was let's see. When I couldn't get home, I needed money for a hotel.
I thought you stayed at your coworker's place. Anyway, who spends $10,000 for 1 or 2 nights at a hotel? Is Artheon that expensive?
Atherton? I never stay there. I usually use a business hotel near the office. Anyways, that was... I just needed the money. What can I say?
Needed it for what? Come on, Rob, stop beating around the bush. What'd you use the money for? That was quite a chunk of my savings. I want to know where it went.
What can I say? I used it to... it wasn't an emergency situation. What can I say?
Sandy Carlson, was it? A 28-year-old part-time worker.
Where'd you hear that? How do you even know about her?
She was assigned to your section as a part-time contract receptionist, but they apparently let her go a couple of months ago.
Why do you even know this? Who told you? Did you steal around my back and get information from the office?
She lost her job recently. That's why she was evicted from her apartment and she had nowhere to go. That's when you come in, the knight in shining armor, Rob the hero to the rescues. Since you've been having an affair with her before she was let go, you decided to put her up in that hotel for a month. Then you finally found her a little apartment downtown and you paid the deposit in the first month's rent, and apparently every month for the foreseeable future. How can you afford that? I have no idea. To pay for all this, you withdrew money from my account. How am I doing so far? Did I miss anything?
Why the hell do you know all this? Did you hire a private investigator to check up on me? You must have, otherwise you could never know this.
Come on, Rob. I thought you were smarter than that. I used to work at the same company as you before I resigned and found a better position. Or should I say I was headhunted. But I kept a lot of my old friends, who fortunately still work there. I hear things about you all the time. Most of it not very good, to be honest.
What? You gotta be kidding me. You don't work there anymore. You have no right to pry into my work situation. All that's confidential.
According to my former co-workers, this Sarah of yours, it seems she enjoys manipulating married guys like you to her advantage. She was apparently boasting to all her friends online about how she was so much better than the wives of all these married guys. This friend showed me some of the text and boy oh boy, she was gloating about how she had you in the palm of her hand, how she could make you do anything she wanted. How could you get bamboozled by dumb little beauty queen?
I wasn't bamboozled, she was in need, I had to help her.
Whatever. All I'm doing is making myself look silly for marrying a schmuck like you. Just makes me feel so miserable. I don't know what I saw in you, Rob.
Then how about you, forgive me? We forget it ever happened. What do you say? Let's start over.
Not in a million years, you moron.
Oh, come on, Cindy, relax.
Relax? Are you really telling me to relax? You got nerve, buddy. I'm not going to relax until you are out of my life for good. Oh yeah, talk about relaxing. I'm here at the hotel right now, along with my folks and yours. We stayed overnight. We all made reservations here. We're just down the hall, so let's have a meeting in your room, why don't we? We'll just stroll over there. Wait, what? Down the hall? What the hell are you talking about? My parents? Come on, Rob. Let us in. No use hiding. Let's talk. We knocked, but fortunately, the door was unlocked and we all made our way in. The room was quite large. Definitely not a single. There were certainly no expecting us all to be standing at the foot of their bed this early in the morning. They looked totally flabbergasted. In order not to disturb the hotel guests, we all sat down and discussed the situation calmly, although I'm not sure I managed. We were able to get all the text information on their phones as evidence, even a few photos of them in the room. After that, we contacted our lawyer and he made arrangements to proceed with legal action against the two, including compensation, refund of the money used, and of course, divorce. It took a while, but it all went without a hitch. They agreed to pay the compensation. Better that dragging it through court for God knows how long. As for Rob and Sarah, they both moved into the apartment that Rob had found for her, so that was one saving grace on their part. But I later learned that their rent was something like $1,600 per month. He was no longer able to dip into my bank account, so we had a hard time paying the rent, much less daily expenses. At work, he was relentlessly bombarded by gossip that he could not stand it any longer and ended up resigning. He apparently took on several part-time jobs, but that was only enough to cover the rent. Last I heard, he and Sarah were pinching their pennies to get by. I get the feeling they'll be moving out sooner than later.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Gilda, I went by your house today and it smelled like curry. It smelled delicious. Could I have some to give to my family? But our house is on the 7th floor of an apartment. Did you come all the way to the front door or something? Come now, there's no need to worry about the details. You see, everyone in my family loves curry, so we'd like to take it from you. Come on, Gilda, you know how we're struggling financially and have 3 kids to feed, right? Couldn't you be kind enough to just give us some food? Huh? Wow, so this is one of your sudden requests again. Everyone in my family likes curry as well, and I only made enough for the 4 of us, so I won't be giving any to you. I sympathize with your struggles, but I simply don't feel the need to give you our food. If you and your family are truly struggling, as you say, then why don't you apply for financial aid? But why would I apply for financial aid if you could just give it to me yourself? I mean, you say you don't feel the need, but in reality, you're just too selfish to help us out, aren't you? Besides, isn't it only natural for you to make curry for everyone in my family as well? What? Well, I guess you could call me selfish for not helping you out, but to be honest, we aren't really that close, Sophia. And I'm no saint that goes around helping the needy either. And no, it isn't natural for me to make curry for your family as well, since we barely even know each other. Do you text the other mothers like this all the time, too? Aw, don't say that, Gilda. We're friends, aren't we? And no, I don't ask the other mothers for favors like this because I know you're the only one who's kind enough to actually help me. I mean, I'm always nice enough to ask for your curry, Gilda. Why do you always just turn me down? Seriously, don't you feel even a little bit guilty wasting my kindness like this? Yeah, but I've never even thought to myself that I'd like it if you received my curry. We're not friends, Sophia. Don't call me that. I mean, you're not really being kind to us anyway, since what you're doing is actually just bothering us by asking for our stuff. This is food I made for my family, so I won't give it to you. What? What are you trying to say, Gilda? I'm trying to say that I'm not going to give you a single spoonful of curry. If I had known it would come to this, I would have never entertained you by giving you some of our food last week. What did you just say to me? To think that I was nice enough to visit you guys at your apartment. I'm only trying to be a good neighbor, you know. All right, I'll consider this as just one of your pranks again. A prank? This isn't a prank, Gilda. I'm being 100% serious. If you're not a selfish bitch that only thinks about herself, then give me some of that curry you made. Yeah, call me whatever you want. What makes you think I'd care? Anyways, I still have some housework I need to take care of, so bye. Hey, hold on! But if you don't give us some of your curry, then my family will have nothing to eat for dinner. Seriously, Gilda, if we starve, it's going to be your fault. Just give us your curry so you won't have to feel guilty anymore. Hey, Gilda, what's with the car? Huh? What do you mean the car? The car that was parked in the parking lot? Oh my God, I am so jealous of you. If you're talking about my car, then I've been using it for about half a year now. What do you mean you're jealous? It's just a regular car made in the country. My, to think that you would call a car like that regular? That must mean that you were secretly rich, right? I mean, a car like this probably cost at least 100 million euros, right? Jesus, Gilda. What does your husband even do for a living? And why do you guys live in such a regular apartment if you've got so much money? What? I have no idea what you're talking about, Sophia. I mean, you live in a regular 3DK apartment, so I was just almost fooled into thinking that you guys were just an average household. I get it. You're the kind of person who doesn't care much about food or housing and just uses all their money on cars, right? Not really, but I'm pretty sure that our household income is pretty average, actually. In fact, due to the recent inflation, we've been forced to be tight with money recently. We definitely don't have enough money to buy a car worth 1 million euros, if that's what you wanted to ask. It's no use trying to hide that you're rich because I already know. And now that I've seen that amazing car, it's your duty as a celebrity mother to support me and my family who are suffering because we have 3 children even though my husband doesn't earn that much money. You don't have any excuse not to give me stuff anymore, Gilda. If you don't, you'll truly just be a selfish bitch and I'll tell all the other mothers about it. I already told you, my family is neither rich nor famous. So I'm afraid we won't be able to help you. And I don't care if you call me selfish or whatever, but it's just the way of the world. People prioritize themselves and their family above everything else, and we're no different. Besides, I don't want to be called selfish by someone who always asks for stuff but never gives anything in return. What are you talking about? What do you mean you're neither rich nor famous? I mean, your husband earns enough money for you to be able to be a housewife, right? That alone is enough to show that someone is rich in this day and age. I'm not a housewife. I just work from home. Oh, so that means that not only does your husband earn a lot of money, but you earn money yourself as well. That must mean that you have a ton of money then. You must do some high-class job yourself, right? I know you must be an investor or something. Wow, I never knew you were so talented, Gilda. No, I'm not an investor. I'm just a regular employee who works for the planning department at B Corporations. My husband is also just a regular office worker who earns a regular salary. Will you please stop making all these assumptions? None of them are true. I already told you, Gilda. I know you're lying because there's no way someone with a regular salary would be able to afford a car like that. Give me that car of yours. Huh? So this is what you wanted from the start, huh? If you're that rich, then you can just buy another one, right? So give it to me. My family clearly needs it more than you. Do you know how much a luxury car would help a struggling family with 3 children? A lot. I mean, we definitely wouldn't be struggling anymore. I'm afraid I won't be able to do that. That's the only car our family owns. And for the last time, we don't earn enough money to be able to just buy another car. Fine, then just let me drive it first. I'll decide then whether I'll take it from you or not. I won't give it to you, and I won't let you drive it either. Who knows what you might do? You might try to run away with it or get into an accident or something. Aw, please. It's fine if you just let me drive it a bit, right? Come on, Gilda, what harm would it do? No, it's not lending the car itself that's the problem here, but the fact that I'm going to be lending it to you, who, if we're being honest, I have 0 trust with. Jesus, Gilda, you're going to hurt my feelings with words like that. I thought we were friends. If we really are friends, then just let me drive your car for a bit. I want to drive it. I want to drive it. I want to drive it. You're so stubborn. For the last time, I am not going to let you drive it. Bye. Huh? You're so stingy, Gilda. Fine. I'll just do something about it myself. I still really want to drive that car. So I thought to myself, so I went to the parking lot and, oh my God, the keys to the car were left on the hood. This means I can drive it, right? Yes, I knew you were my friend, Gilda. You always deny it, but I know you're just the kind of person that isn't very open about their own feelings. You're so cute letting me know I can drive the car in this fashion. I mean, seriously. You tell me that you won't let me drive it, but one day you change your mind and leave the keys on the hood, and you don't tell me anything because you're too shy to do so. Anyways, thanks for changing your mind about me driving the car, Gilda. I'll take it out for a ride right now. Huh? Sophia? You're going to take our car out for a drive? What are you talking about? But I'm currently driving the car on my way to the supermarket. Stop with these jokes, please. They aren't funny. I'm going to tell you one more time. I'm not going to let you drive our car, and I'm definitely not going to give or lend it to you either. Seriously, where do you come up with all this nonsense? Oh, my, looks like I got a text from Gilda while I was driving. Huh? What do you mean you're driving your car and are on your way to the supermarket? But I'm driving your car right now, so there's no point in trying to lie. Oh, I get it. You're still too embarrassed that you changed your mind and are actually going to let me drive your car, which is why you're still denying it like this, right? It's all right, Gilda. I forgive you for being mean towards me at the start. We're best friends forever, after all. To tell you the truth, I thought that driving this car was difficult at first, but once you get used to it, it's actually all right. I got the opportunity to take your car out for at least a test drive, so I decided to go somewhere far away, and now I'm on the highway. It feels so good speeding down the highway in your luxury car, Gilda. Sophia, what? You're on the highway? Don't tell me, but are you actually driving right now? Yep. Well, not exactly right now, because that would be dangerous, right? I'm currently at a road stop taking a break, though. It feels so good going vroom vroom and going full speed in this car. But I'm trying to tell you that I used our car to go to the supermarket. I already parked it in our parking lot, but I can see it from our balcony. I'm pretty sure it's still there. I'm afraid that yet again, I don't know what you're talking about, Sophia. Yeah. It's getting kind of old, Gilda. Oh, that's right. I forgot to tell you. The car was scratched a bit, but don't you dare complain about something as little as this, all right? Today's a test drive, after all. Make sure you have it repaired before I come and take it from you, all right? Sophia, can you still text right now? Yep, I'm still taking a break at the road sign. I'm planning on heading out soon. What is it? You said that you were driving a luxury car, right? The one with the golden number plate and the silver car frame? Yep. Why are you asking me that? This is your car, isn't it? You're weird, Gilda. I want you to stay calm and listen to me right now. Our family doesn't own any such luxury car. We only own a regular 4-seater. What? Yep, my car is a white car made by Nissan, and it was bought secondhand as well. What? But that was your previous car, wasn't it? I saw you leaving the parking lot driving a car like that before. It's the second closest one to the entrance, right? Yeah, I do park it at the second closest lot to the entrance. There, you see? But there's a similar parking lot 1 block down from the one I always use. I went to the balcony earlier to check if my car was still there and saw that there was a crowd gathering at this other parking lot. Could it be? I thought to myself and went to see what was happening. Wait, is it the case that... Yes, it is. You went to the wrong parking lot, Sophia, and mistook the luxury car parked at the lot second closest to the entrance for mine. Then you got in the car without the owner's permission and took it for a ride. I think this is what happened. No way! You've got to be kidding, right? There's no point in me making jokes at a situation like this. Then who is the owner of this luxury car? Yep, I think that's where you screwed up the worst. Who is it? Have you heard of Anton? Is that the crazy guy who's suspected of having ties with the criminal underworld? Correct. What? Then I'm in big trouble, right? Please, Gilda, I'll come back immediately and return the car without anyone noticing, so don't tell anyone that I took the car out for a drive. I told you earlier that there was a crowd at the parking lot, right? It means that Anton himself is there, and there's a commotion because he's screaming about how his car got stolen. No way. Apparently, there were eyewitnesses to you stealing the car and taking it out for a drive, so there's no point trying to hide anymore. Steal? I didn't steal it. There's no point trying to run away either, so you should just come back immediately and return the car, or contact the authorities right away. Gilda, what should I do? I got into an accident. I was panicking the whole time I was driving home, and I'm fine, but the car's been flattened. What should I do? Seriously, what should I do? I'm fucked now, aren't I? Gilda, please give me 1 million euros. I need to pay for the car that I broke. I mean, this is all your fault for not telling me that that wasn't your car sooner, so you need to do something about this. Please, at least just read my messages. Apparently, if I don't give him 1 million euros by 3 days, he's going to do something terrible to me. I have no choice but to ask you, the one who's responsible for this mess, to give me the money. If you feel bad about getting me into this mess, then hurry up and give me the 1 million euros. He says I need to give it to him by sunset on Saturday. Gilda, where's the 1 million euros? Oh shit, the sun's about to set. My husband gave me divorce papers and went into hiding with our children, so I can't rely on them anymore. Are you going to tell me that you don't care what happens to me? Are you just going to throw me away, the friend you were kind enough to lend a car to once? Shit, the sun has set. Anton is here with a bunch of muscular men. Please, I need 1 million euros in cash right now. We're currently behind the parking lot his car used to be parked in. Come here quick. If you're not going to give me the cash, then at least come here so you can be taken away instead of me, please. He told me that if I couldn't pay the 1 million euros, then he's going to make me work for him for the rest of my life. He says that that probably won't even be worth half of what I owed him. Please, Gilda, I think he plans on selling me to slavery or something. I could already see Sophia telling everyone that it was my fault she broke Anton's car, so I decided to be one step ahead of her and tell Anton how she must have thought his car was my car because our cars are parked in the same spaces, but in different parking lots. But thankfully, he seemed to be a sane man and said, it's her fault for trying to take someone else's car in the first place, and told me that this was in no way my fault. By the way, it seems that Anton went to Sophia's husband and told him that he would let him and his kids go on the condition that he divorced Sophia. He didn't need to tell Sophia's husband twice. And he finished the necessary paperwork required for his kids to change schools and for them to move somewhere far away at the speed of light. Sophia's parents had cut ties with her years ago, and so now that her family left her, she was completely alone with no one she could rely on. I don't know if the rumors about Anton having ties to the criminal underworld are true or not, but it's true that Sophia suddenly disappeared the day after she was supposed to give him the money. No one dares question what happened to her after that, and there hasn't been a word from her ever since.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.